Welcome to the Facebook page we created for the trilogy Rachel's Confession. Hi, I'm Robert Ladd. I'm the author of that trilogy. First and foremost, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I really do. In case you're a first-time visitor, Rachel's Confession is actually made up of 3 books. It's the Confession, the Journey, and the Promise. And combined, they tell the story of one woman's search for God and the miracle that occurs after she finds Him. The Confession was released in the spring of 2011, The Journey, April the 1st, 2012, and The Promise will be available later in the year of 2012. Now on this page you're going to find a number of videos, 2 of which are trailers, and they will give you insight into a particular book. Now if you haven't had a chance to read The Confession, start with Book 1, The Confession, the video entitled Book 1, The Confession. And that'll give you some background on the book, but it'll also give you some information on why I wrote the series to begin with. Now, if you've already read The Confession, start with Book 2, The Journey. That's the sequel. And the other videos on this page focus on or explore some of the key issues that are at the heart of the entire series. Now, when we created this page, we actually did it with two reasons in mind. Number one is just to tell you a little bit about the series. But number 2, we're trying to do something that's much more important and much bigger than a series. See, I don't want this page to be just about me. I want it to be about you. You and the faith journey that you're on. And what I mean by that is this. In Book 1, in The Confession, Rachel Walker, my main character, she goes through a hard time in life. Physically and mentally and emotionally. She has no one to fall back on. She has no support group. And she is very much alone, and that makes for a rough road. Now, why I wrote it that way is because that was basically me recently. Kind of out there against something tough and felt like I was all alone. So with that said, the purpose of this page is created so that if you are going through a tough time in your life, whatever the difficulty may be, I'd like for you to think of this page as your support group. If you need to talk, I'll listen. If you need the sound of a friendly voice, I can do that. If you just want to share a joy, I'd love to share the joy with you. And you know, it's not just me that's making that offer. I know for a fact that there are hundreds, possibly thousands, of people who feel the same way I do. Now, why I know that is because they've told me so. Because of the success of Rachel's Confession, I now have friends all over the world who have read her story and identified with Rachel and sent me some of the most amazing stories. Some are happy, some are sad, some are heartbreaking. You know, they're all a little bit different. I mean, the stories from South Africa are not the same as those from South Dakota. But they do have one thing in common. We are having real conversations, genuine conversations. These are real people with real stories about real events in their lives. And the more people I talked to, and the more conversations we had, the more I realized how many people in the world are out there like me, or out there like Rachel also. People who are longing for that human connection, that personal connection. They hunger for that human bond that ties us together as friends and as human beings, regardless of our age or the color of our skin or the country we call home. So the question for me became, how can I pull all those people together so that we can enjoy the same conversation? Well, the answer was simple: Facebook. So here's my dream. Here's the second goal. I want this page to be a place that you can come to on a regular basis and connect with other people from around the globe who are interested in your story. They can identify with it because there's a very good chance they have been through it also. I want you to consider this your support group. Now, I know that's a tall order. It's a big dream. I know fully I cannot do it by myself. I need your help. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Take a few minutes right now and take a look at the videos on this page. They're all short, 2 to 4 minutes in length. And then post your comments. You know, the conversation has to start somewhere. Why not let it start here? And then let's see where it takes us. Might be surprised. I think it will take us someplace special. Or at least that's my prayer, that's my hope. So, until we talk again, take care, be kind, and God bless.